Welcome in. It's December 29th as we wrap up 2015. Folks in the south will not forget this Christmas season. This happened over the weekend, and that is a wedge tornado that destroyed everything in its path, unfortunately. Now, we have had 40 tornadoes this Christmas season across the south. Those are confirmed tornadoes. Just this past weekend, where you just saw that video in Rowlett, Texas. We also had some in Arkansas and other portions of Texas. 11 fatalities just over this weekend. Just awful outcome to this, severe weather outbreak. Hundreds of winds reports. I can't imagine this time of year as people are trying to pick up the pieces. Our hearts and our thoughts are with everybody in the south, and we'll keep you posted as we continue to see watches and warnings this afternoon. This morning, look at this, flash flood warnings in place across the east. And then, of course, we have the freezing rain, the sleet that we're dealing with through the northeast. Let's talk a little bit about why. Arctic high pressure from Canada settling in over the Great Lakes. That air is colder, denser, so it undercuts the warmer tropical air that's being advected in along the eastern seaboard. So what that means basically is it all starts as snow in the upper levels of the atmosphere. It falls as snow, it completely melts, and then it refreezes on contact with the ground. That's where you get some very icy conditions. And while we're dealing with it in the east, they were dealing with it in Oklahoma when it all began, because this system started down there. Let's take you there. On Sunday, you have many reports of icing through Oklahoma, through portions of Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, you name it. In the Central Plains, everybody was getting a taste of that winter weather. By the way, our temperatures, our pattern is starting to flip. So that cold and the precipitation that we've been dealing with out in the west, now you're starting to see signs of a ridge building, and the opposite, so a trough in the east. Let's talk about that freezing rain potential still. You can see through portions of New York, eastern portions of New York, into Vermont, New England in general. You could get some messy conditions today, but you should clear out by Wednesday. Watching some rain moving in down towards the south as we get you into Wednesday and Thursday. And of course, that's New Year's Eve. I'll talk about that momentarily. Out west, again, I mentioned real calm conditions, maybe a little bit of high elevation snowfall for the lower Cascades or the southern Cascades, but that's about it. Other than that, we're getting a lot of sunshine, a lot of clearing, and a lot of different weather than what we've been seeing most of this season so far. Let's get you out in front of your temperatures for your Tuesday. A lot of people are sort of in between visiting, so it's going to be good travel weather. 21 in Denver, cool through Billings, Montana at 16. Minneapolis topping out at 26. And look at that cold air finally dipping into the Great Lakes. 32 for Chicago for Wednesday. As we get you into your Thursday temperatures, which is, of course, New Year's Eve, we're looking at temperatures pretty cool, about 25 in Chicago. And for a quick look at your New Year's Eve forecast for New York City, the Big Apple, you'll be at 36, partly cloudy.